Good morning. Today's ride is I got up super early, made it to the Shellharbour Junction train, and as soon as I got to the platform, it poured down rain. It poured down. And I had no idea because it was dark. And yesterday was so beautiful. It was blue sky and just perfect day for riding. I just assumed today would be similar. Who doesn't look at the weather before a big ride? Anyway, it was dark, so I didn't see the clouds until it was pouring down at Shellharbour Junction train station. But I looked at Donna and I'd packed everything in waterproof bags because that's how I'll be riding on the hunt. I have everything I need today to ride in the rain. So today is a rain training day. And wind. I got off the train station in Nowra and beelined straight to Macca's for coffee and a takeaway muffin for later, and it started pouring down again. But you know what, I got my coffee and they're doing the little Monopoly pull-off thing and I won myself an instant frozen drink. Now my goal is to get to Albion Park Macca's to collect my free frozen Coke. Today could be an interesting day, but I've got all day to do it. Here we go. Morning. Day 10, I think, yeah. I'm at Tom Groggin Campground and it's beautiful. You can probably hear the river in the background, the sun's coming out, it's like 8 o'clock. I knew I was going to have a late start, but there's still a few people moving around. So I think just the sun and everything has just got people in, enjoy it mode. I've turned my little camp area into a bit of a laundry, just airing everything out. Make the most of the sun while we have it. I was planning on doing that at Thredbo. Oh, there's a little blue fairy. Look. Can you see it? Oh, how good's that? It's beautiful. I'm gonna have some porridge for brekkie and then get on the road. And my new thing is hot hydrolite. Because sometimes you don't want to have a coffee like late at night because caffeine and stuff, you've had enough caffeine. So I've been having hot water and a hydrolite and it just feels like a little something. A little something. This is a soya squeeze. It's the first time I've used it on this trip. Normally I use a Steri pen. It's been great. I'd actually say it's quicker than a Steri pen. I'd have to do the comparison about what nasties this filters compared to the Steri pen, but it's been very good. I've seen a lot of people using them. Watch what you're doing, Karen. Starting to go on me. This has got to be my favourite place yet. Flies are just starting to come out. Sun's warm. Ready for day 10. Back on the road, I knew I was in for a tough ride ahead. The Tom Groggin climb is an 18-kilometre road climb with over 1,000 metres of elevation, averaging 6%, categorised as a true HC, a French term used to describe climbs that are beyond categorisation. The term was used for mountain roads where cars were not expected to make it past, even in the lowest of gears.
Are you any good at cryptic crosswords, Karen?
Nah, terrible. After the third day, I couldn't do basic maths.
Oh, I'm the same, but this guy likes the challenge.
So we're looking at 3 that are worth the green to put between. No, it should be easy. It's just to work the spread It starts with SP and ends with L, 5 letters. 6 letters, sorry.
Sprawl.
Sprawl. Oh! Raw is green. Well done. Yes. You want to try and write it in?
Okay. I told myself that I'd be honest when things got tough and film it if I was having negative thoughts or anything like that. So here I am. Just no energy in my legs, or, you know, my legs are fatiguing really quick, but I'm quite happy to just get off and walk rather than try to ride this. I'm on the middle of the Tom Groggin's climb and I'm halfway through, so I'm starting to get excited now. I'm comparing it, you know, I've got a Saddleback mountain left, which is my local, you know, mountain, which seems like nothing now compared to everything else I've been through. I can pedal a little bit, but it just seems to get my heart rate and sweat going, and I'm like, I just want to keep everything low and slow today. I've only got probably 15 k's left to get to Thredbo, and then I can put my feet up and pick up my parcel and get some food. And so I suppose in, you know, everything put together, this has probably been my lowest mode, but really it's not actually a low. I'm just feeling worked, just feeling tired. I can feel that. I think the word is like, you know, I had a really good rest day in Omeo and I feel recharged and ready to go, but the fatigue builds up so much quicker. So yesterday I did 100 k's, 2,000 meters of climbing, and I can feel that, whereas normally I could do, you know, 3 days in a row, 100 kilometers and then feel it, whereas now the fatigue is just building up so much quicker. And that's the name of the game. This is what I was expecting. I was expecting it to get tough, and it's starting to get tough. So I literally just pulled up at this lookout and taken a couple of photos, and snakes were on my mind, and then a copperhead just slid out in front of me. So I'll see if I can get him on film without getting too close. I must have been very close to it. I was literally just sitting on that stump, just taking a few photos because it's Pilot's Lookout. I mean, look at the amazing view. It's Kookaburras are gone. And now, right in the grass, like just in front, where is it? About there, is a copperhead snake. It's in there somewhere, but I cannot see it. Just see its body. Which is literally right where I was sitting. Let's get a move on. That's concerning. Taking a wrong turn somewhere. Almost at the top of Tom Groggin's. It's just so nice and like a chill in the air. So when you're working hard, like you're pushing up, not quite sweating, but it's perfect temperature for riding. And look at that view. Wow. Dead horse gap. I made it. Quick story. I thought I'd share with you my 2 simple rules to keep myself safe when it comes to solo bikepacking, especially on remote journeys like this. Donna's just had a selfie-related injury. While I was trying to set up this camera, the wind came and knocked her down. She's a little scratched up and bruised, but should be okay. When fatigue sets in, your decision making can get a bit sketchy, so these 2 phrases help keep me grounded. Rule number 1. If there is doubt, there is no doubt. This one's a biggie. If I ever feel uncertain or hesitant about something, that doubt alone is a red flag. It tells me loud and clear that something isn't right and it's time to rethink my next move. Whoops. I ducked under that fence thinking it was the mountain bike park. It's actually Wollongong Motorcycle Club, and it is private property. The second rule is more common, the 2 is 1 and 1 is none rule. This is all about redundancy. Whether it's navigation or communication, I always have a backup, so if one system fails, I'm not left stranded. Now I'm on the course. Oh boy, let me just triple check. For this trip, I've got a few essential items lined up. For navigation, I've got my trusty Garmin Edge 1040, which is loaded with the route and relies on GPS for any emergency rerouting. I also have my smartphone, with a saved copy of the route on the Commute app for offline use. Even if I lose cell reception, I'm still good to go. For personal safety, I'm using my Spot Tracker 4. This handy device uses GPS satellites to send my location to the MapRegress website and any emergency contacts. I've preloaded messages for regular check-ins and non-emergency pickups if needed. Plus, I've also got an SOS button subscription that, if needed, calls emergency services straight to my location, and again, I have my phone to make calls when I have reception. I also carry an engraved watch band that has my name and emergency contact numbers, should the worst happen and I'm not able to send for help myself. So with that in mind, let's get back to the ride.
It's been a very, very wet day for New South Wales, particularly in the southeast, where we've just seen this non-stop feed of moisture bringing persistent heavy rain most of the day yesterday, overnight into this morning, and that's continued through the day today. And many people experiencing the thunder, the lightning, the wind, the rain, the hail in the past couple of hours, as a lot of those severe storms do push out along to the coast.
This is a tough video to make. It is Thursday morning and I'm in my YHA room because I spent the day yesterday waiting out the rain, and I woke up this morning really hoping that it wouldn't be like torrential rain, but it is pretty consistently raining. I wanted to be on the road at like 5 o'clock. My phone died last night, as dead, so can't come back to life. So I've just got my Garmin as nav, and I've got no money, no cash, no phone, which is a bit concerning. So I need to make a pretty tough decision right now, and I don't want to make it. I've decided I'm going to make that decision in about an hour, so deep thinking to come. Definitely raining, but Dan has made an alternative route which avoids the Jagungal region because it's completely flooded. Unfortunately, there are people out there at the moment doing it really tough, so my heart goes out to them. But there is a reroute from here through Jindabyne, Berrydale, Adaminimi, and then the back roads to Canberra. She's back in the game.
And back in the game.
And this is the last time I was dry for 3 days.
I think this has helped make my decision, or helped confirm my decision. Really hope everyone's safe up there. I think they managed to get through before the majority of the rain hit, but that's blowing fast. Wow. 4 hours to get through that little single track. The Thredbo Valley track, definitely worth doing. That was amazing. It's like super fast and flowy. I'll definitely come back and do it again. But this put a smile on my face. Jindabyne. Lake Jindabyne.
I have to say, even though I am confident I made the right choice to take the alternative route, it was a really tough decision not to break my number one rule and carry on through the flooded Jagungal wilderness. Now that I was content with my choice and back on track, I had new challenges to face of navigation and zero money. Although I could easily set my Garmin to route directly to Canberra, I wanted to stay true to Dan's reroute as much as possible. I managed to write down a few shorthand directions before leaving Thredbo, and sadly no money meant no brake pads. While my phone was no longer working, I was completely oblivious to the wheels that were in motion behind the scenes. I really want to credit Dan Hunt for his ability to keep 100 plus riders updated on the route conditions and share any critical information. Dan even managed to pop up at various points during the route, and it's always nice to see a friendly face when things are getting tough. Thanks Dan, you're a legend. Sadly, there was no avoiding the busy Kosciuszko road. Fortunately, I was able to sync my earpods to my watch and listen to some old classics to tune out the traffic noise.
So just quickly to play catch up. Last night I made the decision to go search for some Wi-Fi, internet, laptop, some sort, so I could download the final route to Canberra, because let's be honest, my little post-it note chicken scratch just wasn't going to get me there. So I made the decision to ride 30 k's off course to Cooma. And now, the rules of the game is you can go off course as much as you want, as long as you can pick back up the course where you left off. So instead of taking this main highway direct to Adaminaby, I'll be riding 30 k's back to Berrydale, where I'll resume the route where I left it off. I'm gonna let my integrity light shine for a minute and think about that and keep you warm and fuzzy for the next hour.